So I talk about Manatee Memorial Hospital and how that our contract called for several $1,000,000 to go to Manatee Memorial LLC, a private corporation who we signed the contract with. So I did a records request and checked the payments, and the last payment of $1.4 million went directly to its parent company, Universal Services. Didn't even make it to the county coffers, went straight to Persia. The board called it creative invoicing. I call it fraud. This needs to be further investigated. And now they want us to fund even more of a bad hospital. This is a D-rated hospital. Absolutely not.
For the record, Glenn Gibolina. My first comment would be Universal Health Services. They are a $12.6 billion company. They have sales of $9.04 billion. That's with a B. They have over 200 facilities, 24 hospitals. Huge corporation. So my question is, why don't they comply to Leapfrog survey? They don't do that survey. Leapfrog does 2,600 hospitals across the country. They don't do it. And they rated this hospital as a D. I'm going to read this to you. This is out of the Herald. Below average in preventing MSR infection, preventing infections in the blood and urinary tract, and surgical site infection after colon surgery. Below average for producing in urinary tract and surgical site infection after colon surgery. Below average for producing complicated free surgeries, including dangerous objects left in the patient's bodies, splitting open of surgical wounds, collapsed lungs, serious breathing problems, and accidental cuts. And it goes on and on and on. And I'm going to leave that there. I think the additional $500,000 would be well spent as the diversion program for the community paramedics. We know what they can do. I've seen their work. I've seen some of the reports. That money would be well funded in that direction. As far as the corpus money, and I'll just touch on this, yeah, they had $40 million. It wasn't spread over 32 years, as he would like you to think. We were at $40 million in 2007. In 9 years, 2007, we were at $40 million, according to what I heard up here. So maybe I'm wrong. Okay. So my point is that I think that Mr. Delata should go back to corporate and say, here's a few things we should do. We should get in the Leapfrog program, be a little more transparent and accountable to the citizens of Manatee County. And they should fund the hospital to bring it from a D to at least a C. Sarasota Memorial down the road is an A. Blake is a C. I mean, why are they at a D? And they were at a D last year, and they're at a D this year. They can do a better job, and their parent company, worth $12 billion, can certainly step up to the plate and make this happen. I don't mind giving them money. I think this needs to be revisited next year. And if they brought it up to a C standard, perhaps they would be entitled to more money. But I as a taxpayer and a citizen, cannot okay additional funds for a D hospital. They have to step up to the plate and prove to the citizens that they can be a better hospital. And they have the parent company, the money, and the wherewithal to do it. They need to step up to the plate and do it.
Thank you. Anybody else who wanted to address the board on this issue?
So that's my spin on it. I've done several records requests and more accountability, and they have never provided it. And this is one area that needs more transparency and accountability concerning the billing and the collection of some of those bills. I belong to Rural Health, a great organization. I pay them when I can. Manatee Memorial makes no effort in collecting any payments, regardless of your ability to pay, and that's just wrong. The should not be burdened on the backs of the taxpayers, in my humble opinion. So that's my spin on it, and I'll keep you posted. As always, who loves you, baby?